You will miss the win if you don't show up when. You'll miss the win if you don't show up when. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. That's your shout cue. That's your shout cue. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. If you're taking notes, let me give you a second point for verse number 5. If you're taking notes, let me give you a point. Kamisha, I see you with your tablet out and your pen out. Let's put pen in the parchment and let's ride. If you want what you've been praying for, you have to rearrange what you've been paying for. I'm talking to the wrong church. Let me go down the street, talk to them, I'll come back and catch y'all later. If you want what you've been praying for, you have to rearrange what you've been paying for. Somebody say, Pastor, help me understand. Since you asked me, let me go ahead and help you. In other words, you're praying for God to do this, but your attention is what you're doing over here. In other words, you're not putting nothing into what you want God to do for you. Oftentimes, your revelation will never be your reality because you act like it costs too much. Sometimes, your revelation will never be your reality because you act like it costs too much. Let me explain to you. In other words, God can show you the blessings of your future. But the reason what he shows you does not actually manifest is because you act like it's costing you too much for God to manifest what you're praying for. But God is requiring more from you so that he can give more to you. Y'all not going to talk to me. And I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm at a point in my life, I ain't in no session no more. I'm in a season in my life to where I want more from God, which means in order for me to get more from God, I got to start giving more to God, because you cannot beat God's giving, but you can only reap what you sow. I'm in the season right now, I want to sow everything I got. If all within me, I want to give it to God. If it takes my hands, Lord, heal my hands. If it takes my feet, Lord, heal my feet. If it takes my heart, Lord, heal my heart. Whatever it is, I want to give God everything. They want the benefits of Pastor Eric showing up at court for them, but they paying tithes to another pastor over there. You're praying for help here, but you're paying over. Are y'all gonna talk to me today? You cannot reap why you don't sow. I'm a member of Regions Bank. I'm a member of Regions, one of the greatest banks across the world. Kiera, I'm a member of Regions. I ain't got much in there, but I got a little something. All right? Sprinkle, that's it. I'm a member of Regions. There ain't no way that I can go over to Centennial and get out of Centennial what I put inside Regions. Y'all just missed that. And the problem is, you got people, watch this, coming to ACC to withdraw and ain't putting nothing in the bank. So he says you can only reap from what you sow, and you can only reap from where you sow. Y'all gonna talk to me here. Okay. I just wanted to get that off my chest because it was part of the text. Because what happened is, God blessed them because guess what? They blessed him. Y'all not gonna talk to me. Let me talk to Don. When you want God to move for you, God said, I'm gonna move for you when I see you move for me. In other words, when you tug on him, he gonna tug on you. I was in my office. I was in my office this morning with Kai. I was with the baby this morning. I was in my office and I was in there. We was by ourselves. We was in there and he was in the thing, stroller. And he was in the stroller. He had his bottle in his mouth and he had a cover on him and the bottle fell over. And so when I looked and he was over there smiling, whatever, like this, and so I picked him up and put him out the basket. Not the basket, the stroller. And I put him on my shoulder and I hugged him. When I hugged him, guess what he did? He hugged me back. All I'm trying to tell you, if you want God to hug you, if you want God to hug you, all you got to do is, guess what? Hug him back. That's it. If you want God to really pick you up out of what you're going through, God needs to know if he can trust you to hug him when he picks you up. I don't talk to me today. Where you are right now, you struggle through too much not to give God everything. The Lord has done great things for us, which means, watch this, verse number 2, then the onlookers say God done something for them. But then verse number 3, he says, you have a responsibility to tell yourself that God had to do it. There are some situations that you've been into that God said, I allowed you to go through the situations alone because I want you to give me the credit after you get it. Y'all missed that. I'm going to say it again. In other words, God had to leave you high and dry by yourself. You called everybody, they couldn't help you. You had friends, they abandoned you. You had family, they said enough is enough. But God said, I left you alone, so when you get it, I'll give the credit. I need to find about 5 people who can say, I thank God for leaving me by myself, because now I understand I had to be alone in order to have my own soul. I didn't tell you how good God been to me. I know they fired me, but then God gave me favor. They had to rehire me again. I want to know who I'm talking to. They thought they got rid of you, but you came back with a new attitude. You came back with a new anointing. You came back with a renewed strength. All because God still has his hand on you. Now, brothers and sisters, he says, they that sow in tears, watch this, shall reap in joy. You cried too much to still leave broke, busted, and disgusted. You cried too much to keep going through what you're going through. You cried too much to keep letting people in your circle pull you back to where God delivered you from. When God brings you out of Babylon, leave those Negroes in Babylon. If they ain't going to your future, you need to leave them high and dry and say, baby, I may look the same, but I don't live the same. I'm grateful for the faithful few, because God showed me something. The faithful few who continue to be faithful when it is few, that's an illustration that you really want what God got for you. Was it too heavy? Was it too hard? Was it confusing to you? The faithful few who remain faithful with a few illustrate that you're really sincere about what you want God to do. I think I said that rhyme. Let me say it one more time. The faithful few who remain faithful with the few is an illustration of what God getting ready to do. I think I'm talking to about 10 faithful people in here who can say, I keep coming when other Negroes leaving because I want more from God. I keep serving when everybody else turning in keys because I want more from God. And if I want more from God, baby, I got to give more to God. If I want God to give me more time, I'm going to give him more time. If I want God to give me more money, I'm going to give him more money. If I want God to give me more joy, I will give him more joy. Why? Because the joy of the Lord is my strength. I've cried too long. Why does he live the way he lived? Baby, I paid for it. Why does he serve the way he served? Baby, I paid for it. Why he drive when he drive? Baby, I cried for this car. I cried for this worship. I cried for this money. I cried for this house. And baby, I ain't got to put no t-shirt on. My testimony tells you how I got to where I am. What I have, God gave. And what I know, God told me. And who I am, God made me. I thought I had some witnesses in this house. Sit down. I'm almost done.